Hey y'all, I'm gonna talk about unhealthy relationships.
Hey guys, we're here to talk about stuff. Sometimes it's silly, sometimes it's serious. But don't worry about us getting too formal. We're only here to make it normal.
Ladies.
Well, I'm busy. So I'm going to cut this video into two parts. The first part will be an update, and the second part will be the subject of the video. The last 2 weeks that we've posted videos, I haven't put anything up, and it's because I've just been really tired and really busy and just not in the best place. I've been working a lot and I've had a lot on my plate, and I needed some time to gather my thoughts and to really work on myself just a little bit. Also, my hair looks fabulous, by the way. At least I think so. I'm living in the land of I wish my hair always dried like this. Not gonna happen. Also, I've been taking apart some of my old clothes and turning them into other things. Like I have dresses that I don't wear, and I'm just cropping them down into skirts, even though I don't really wear skirts either. I don't know what I'm doing. So on to unhealthy relationships. I've had quite a few relationships in my short lifetime of 20 years, and some of them have had the characteristics of an unhealthy relationship. I'm going to talk about the different types of things to look out for. If you feel pressured to stay in the relationship because the other person says things like, "Without you I would die," or threatens to commit suicide without you, that is a very unhealthy relationship. You need to get out of there. I know you'll feel guilty, but there's really no way that relationship could ever work out. You're going to have some serious pressure put on you to keep this person alive, and that relationship isn't healthy. You're just going through the motions and you're not happy. And the biggest part of being in a relationship is making yourself and your significant other happy. But sometimes you need to worry about yourself first. Some people say you've got to love yourself before you can love someone else, and that's pretty true. If you're feeling trapped in a relationship by another person who is suicidal, you need to call a suicide prevention hotline, or talk to their parents, or to your parents, or to a professional. The relationship's just going to cause a lot of stress and just damage. Another sign of an unhealthy relationship is when one person is verbally abusing the other person or physically abusing the other person. Abuse isn't always physical, but when it is, you gotta get out. It's another situation there. You might be afraid that if you leave, they will kill you, but if you stay, they will kill you. You need to leave and contact the police, contact your loved ones, tell them what's happening. Do not let it simmer. Do not pretend it's going to go away, because he or she is going to continue the vicious cycle. You have to put a stop to it. Verbal abuse can progress into physical abuse, and if you're constantly being verbally abused, you need to leave that relationship. You might feel like you love them, or it's just a phase, but that's not love. It's not going to work out unless both people have mutual respect and understanding for each other. Another sign of an unhealthy relationship is when your partner will not allow you to do things. For example, if you want to go out and your partner does not trust you to be out and not cheat, that's unhealthy. Your partner needs to be able to trust you, and if they can't trust you, it's not an ideal relationship. Like I said, relationships are built on mutual trust and understanding, and if your partner cannot trust you, even though you've given them no reason not to trust you, that's not a person that you should be with. If they physically harm you in any way, do not stay. Do not allow them to control your life. I know it may seem like you'll be alone forever, but that's not true. There are plenty of wonderful people out there who would love you and treat you with respect. And if the one you're with is not, you need to find someone who will. I know it sounds like I'm talking out of my ass, but I've been in these situations, and I've seen it happen, and it never ends well. The cycle continues, and it just becomes vicious and violent and turbulent, and you need someone who will not make you feel trapped. I felt that way for a long time. My last relationship lasted 1.5 years. At the beginning, it was really happy, and we got along really well, and I thought it could be love. But then I just remember doing things that I didn't want to just to make him happy. And there came a point where I wasn't happy anymore. I didn't feel like I was keeping him happy either. We hadn't spoken in weeks, and when we did, we would constantly fight, or I would constantly become frustrated, because he would not listen to me, and communication is one of the most important things in a relationship. I had just become really, really depressed, and I felt trapped in that relationship because I thought I loved him, and I did love him, but I was staying for all the wrong reasons. I was staying because it would make him happy. I thought it would make him happy, and in the end it just didn't matter. I wasn't happy. I didn't like being in a relationship that I felt trapped in, that I couldn't get out of, because I had once felt so much love for this person, and I thought maybe he would change, I would change, I'd be happier somehow, that it might work. By the end of it, I just realized that it wasn't going to. Looking back on it, it was a great relationship. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned exactly what I should not do. I became a person that I didn't like. I would get angry for no reason. I would get mad. I'd get mad at him out of nowhere, and overreact to the simplest things because I was extremely unhappy. Yeah, I'm happier now. I can say that. But it's only because I realized that my happiness is the most important at the moment. I'm just a kid. I don't need to worry so much about relationships. They're not that important when you're a kid. A lot of people are afraid that they will never find love, but you're young. You have a lot of time ahead of you to look for love, and you need to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Nobody should ever tell you what to do with your body or what to do in your spare time, or how you should feel about yourself. At the end of the day, it's you who controls your happiness, not anybody else. Don't depend on other people to make you happy. But you might have to wait a really long time. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, Kaylee, I know it's a little late, but, you wanted to know what the weather was like. And right now, it's raining. It's really, really dark, and it's raining. You can't really see it. There's my window. Beautiful. If you didn't notice, my room is incredibly pink. Just pink everywhere. I know. Does not seem like me. But sometimes you've got to let your inner girl out, and I was like, screw it. I will paint my room pink. Remember to never compromise your own happiness for somebody else's, and to make it normal by keeping it weird. Deuces.